She's struggling. Hi MalPals and new pals. Happy 5 Minute Friday, where I talk about 5 products for 5 minutes, and today I wanted to bring you my top 5 powdered bronzers for fair skin. I got away from contouring, I would say, over the past year, so I've really kind of delved into just more of a bronzed look than contouring my face. I feel like that kind of almost went out of style. I have been using a lot of cream bronzers in my makeup routine lately, but I wanted to talk about powdered bronzers because I feel like they really can change the game when it comes to summertime. You can use them as eyeshadows as well as your bronzers, and it's really hard when you're fair to find bronzers that work well and don't look muddy on the skin. So these are my top 5. Let's get into it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and hit all notifications so you don't miss a video from me, because why would you want to miss anything from me, right? First bronzer that I want to talk about is the one that I'm wearing today, and this is kind of like a contour bronzer mix. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt. I love this. This is my second one I've gone through, and I love this product because you also get a highlight. So I am wearing this today as my all-over bronzer. Love this shade because it's a little more red, but it's cool enough toned to where if you wanted to condense your brush and even, like, you know, grab like a bronzer brush and do this, and you want to do like a quick contour, maybe you're feeling puffy or something, it's not too warm to where you couldn't do that. Love this. The highlight is very subtle. It goes well over cream highlights, which it's what I have on today. Next is a drugstore bronzer. I know, right? Like, let's shock the world over here on this channel. There's not many drugstore products that I can wear without having a rash or a breakout, but I will say Milani does a good job of making products that don't really tend to break me out. And that is why I love the Silky Matte Bronzer in Suntan. This is actually kind of similar, if you want to see, to the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star. This is more matte than this. This is more of like a satin, but this one is definitely fully matte. Honestly, I feel like this could be almost like a setting powder. It is so like finely milled, and it really does kind of do a really good job at giving you that silky matte finish like it says. Beautiful for fair skin because, like the Charlotte Tilbury, it is more red undertone, so it's not going to give you an orange cast, and it's not too cool undertone to where you're going to look muddy or dead. It's a great eyeshadow because it's matte, so I really love if I'm, you know, on the go really quick makeup. Can I complete a sentence? No. The next bronzer is actually a setting powder, and I've talked about this before on my channel. I love using setting powders as bronzers if I get one in a darker shade, and this one in particular is my favorite setting powder to use as a bronzer. This is the Chanel Les Beiges in the shade Deep. This is the Healthy Glow powder. It's luminous. This shade is like a deep bronze shade. This one you can't really contour with. This is purely a shade to bronze with if you have fair skin. This in particular does give just like a healthy glow, which is great for dry skin, but the shade Deep is beautiful on fair skin. This also wears well in the crease of the eyeball. They have other shades. Just, you know, if you're a fair gal and you have a hard time finding bronzer, I highly recommend trying a setting powder pressed as a bronzer and just kind of go a few shades darker than your skin tone. Moving on. The next bronzer is another matte bronzer. This is the Ciate London Bamboo bronzer in Palm Island. This here is like so great because it is lighter than all the other ones that I have mentioned in this video, and so you can build this up. I will say this though, if you build this up so light that it barely shows on the skin but will give you some life. I love Ciate's powder face products. Their bronzers, their blushes, their highlighters are gorgeous, but Palm Island in particular is beautiful on fair skin. Last but not least, honestly, is my favorite bronzer of all time, powder bronzer. Let me preface that. Favorite all-time powder bronzer. Even though I love all of these, this is the one that I have reached for the most forever, and it is the Mercier Soleil 1 bronzer. It is just the literal, like, I'm showing you guys a pretty one right now. Let me show you the one that I'm currently using. She's struggling. We've hit pan and we have gone through many days together. This is such a wonderful formula. It is so just finely milled, silky on the face, and just will never look like too much. And I love the shade Soleil 1 because I can not only use it when I'm fair, but I can also use it when I'm self-tanned or naturally tanned. That is why it is kind of my favorite, because I can use it universally no matter what shade I get into. You know, really quick, I do want to mention that brushes are important, so we're probably going to go over here today, whatever. My favorite bronzer brushes are these three, and I will tell you why very quickly. The Laura Mercier bronzer brush is like a very dense kind of kabuki type deal. It's got a short handle, it's nice in the hand. You can quickly go all over and bronze. This is a great all over bronzer brush, really quick. Or you can kind of use your hands like this, and because it is a little bit denser than a powder brush, you can contour with it. The Refer 22 is what I use today. I love this because I can bronze really quickly, and I can also just, you know, quickly go along my nose and all that kind of stuff. But then, because this is a powder brush, insanely soft, once I have applied my blush and my highlight and everything is on my face, I can go back in and blend this very quickly, and it makes everything super cohesive. Love this brush for bronzing. And last but not least, the Fenty 190 bronzer brush. This is great for placing the product exactly where you want it. This is just great to sculpt because it is literally sculpted for your cheeks. So those are my favorite brushes to bronze with, depending on what type of bronzer I'm using. I had to throw that in there. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @IMalloryBrooke and all across the internet at @IMalloryBrooke, and also on Depop, because I am, guys, I'm going through a purge. So if you like this shirt that I'm wearing, it's gonna be on my Depop. So that is also at @IMalloryBrooke. I will have everything that I'm wearing and everything that I talked about in the info below. Happy weekend. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
All right.